Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Dre La Soul here with some more crypto wisdom for your head top. So, for today's crypto rant, we're going to talk about, of course, the Trump coin, Bitcoin strategic reserve, the US crypto strategic reserve, everything around crypto this week and what Trump is trying to do, the promises he made, and especially the fact that Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said that Bitcoin could go to 700,000. Now, the biggest question I've been getting all day is where did you buy your Trump coin? Where can I buy a Trump coin? And why is it that Trump or anyone could just create a coin out of thin air? How can they create this magic internet money? Now, to answer that question, first and foremost, I bought my Trump off of the Phantom Wallet. The Phantom Wallet is a decentralized wallet. It's a DApp or a decentralized app that was created on the Solana blockchain. It is the premier wallet for Solana. So you can trade Solana coins, you could, trade the meme coins, you could even trade Solana and some stable coins as well. It's a place for you to buy NFTs and store your NFTs. So it's an overall wallet. So that's where I bought my Trump coin, which was Friday night going into Saturday morning. Now that it's available on all these platforms, you could essentially get your Trump from anywhere. You can get it from Coinbase, you can get it from crypto.com, you can get it from Uphold, you can get it from blockchain.com. All these exchanges are allowing you access to it. But of course, if you jumped in earlier and got it on a decentralized exchange or a wallet or what have you, you definitely got in a bit earlier than everyone else. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about what crypto is, right? Because a lot of people is asking questions like, what is crypto? This digital magic internet money. Now, in a nutshell, it is cryptographic digital money. It is using blockchain technology, which is a technology, a distributed ledger technology. A ledger is just a list of transactions. It's distributed, meaning that everyone could see it, so there's transparency. However, it's not going to say your name and your social security, so it's pseudo anonymous, right? Blockchain and crypto is the only mechanism where people that don't trust each other and don't know each other can transact and interact and trade value, right? So crypto is essentially free capital formation. It allows anyone, any entity, anyone to raise capital around an asset for anything that they choose, whether it's art, whether it's PFPs, which is profile pictures, and NFTs, whether it's for a Trump coin, like for a president, whatever it is, it allows us to do that as long as it's legal, of course. Because if it is illegal, we're definitely gonna come after you. You feel me? The crypto space, it does a good job at weeding out who is BS and what's a rug pull and whatnot. But there is still a lot of scams out there, so you got to be wary and you got to be careful, right? And we'll dive into that a little bit more. But let's talk about the market right now. So the Trump coin is down 10%. It's at $38 right now. Some people got in way before $38, but a lot of people got in much later because this particular coin skyrocketed all the way up to like $75. So if you got in anywhere between then, you are definitely losing some money. But I would say continue to invest and double down. This is NFA, not financial advice. But if you really believe in Trump coin and think that the market cap could go from 28 billion to 100 billion, then keep investing. If not, I would still say don't sell at a loss. Hold on until you get back into the green and then sell, right? So don't sell at a loss. Please be wary about that. Now, Bitcoin and Ethereum are both down about 2% and change, almost 3%. Bitcoin is still over 100,000, which is dope. Ethereum is still over 3,000, on the cusp of 3,500. Right now it's 3,249. But our next target is 4,000 and beyond. People are saying, analysts are saying, traders are saying, and those that believe in Ethereum are saying that it could go anywhere from 6,000 to 15,000. That's insane and amazing at the same time, right? But a lot of the talk this week has been about Trump making his promises, and has he made those promises, right? So the promises that he said that he would make, Trump, he said that one, he will pardon Ross Ulbricht, which is already fulfilled. That has been taken care of as of earlier today. So Ross Ulbricht is the founder of Silk Road. Silk Road was a dark web marketplace where you could purchase things, and people were using Bitcoin to purchase these things. It could be illegal, could be legal, I don't know. But it's the dark web, and he got arrested. He was about to do life, but Trump was like, yo, that's enough. So that's been taken care of. Now, the next couple of things that Trump promised and highlighted was the fact that he's going to fire Gary Gensler. That's already being taken care of because Gary Gensler is stepping down. Paul Atkins will be the person in place who is pro crypto and has been working in the crypto space the past few years. Now, the next few things, the National Bitcoin Reserve. So he's planning to retain the seized Bitcoin instead of auctioning it off. So usually when they seize Bitcoin from these scammers and hackers and whatnot, they usually auction it off. There's some people that got really rich off of that. I think Tim Draper was one of the guys that got really rich off a U.S. Auction for Bitcoin. He bought it really cheap on the dollar. A strategic Bitcoin reserve, a Federal Reserve for Bitcoin assets, and state level Bitcoin reserves, supporting state initiatives to create Bitcoin reserves. Now, that news has been going around like crazy. Strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation is gaining a lot of momentum. 11 states, including Florida, Wyoming, Massachusetts, have introduced bills to secure Bitcoin as part of their state reserve. So that's a big deal, right? In addition to that, Coinbase announced that a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the U.S. would mean that the rest of the G20 would have to follow. So it's going to be like a monkey see, monkey do. If they see the U.S. do this and start piling some money in there, they're going to start piling some money in there too. Bitcoin could be the new gold standard, and it's already making its way to be the new gold standard. And this was said by Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase. I believe that it will be the new gold standard. Now, in addition to that, there is a 30% chance Trump will establish a national Bitcoin reserve. But according to the Poly market, that has been skyrocketing. That has been going up like crazy. So the chances are very high. Chances are very high. The next thing I want to talk about in regards to what Trump promised, there's a 60% probability that the U.S. will create a strategic Bitcoin reserve during 2025. And I think that 60% is almost up to 90% right now, if I'm not mistaken, according to Poly Markets. Now, I think we might see the state level Bitcoin reserve legislation passed before the nationwide legislation, but I don't know. We'll see. There's been a lot of hype around crypto and Bitcoin, and we got a pro administration. The entire administration is pro Bitcoin. So I think Trump is on pace to take care of everything that he promised. Donald Trump fulfilled his first promise to the community during Bitcoin Nashville, which was the Ross Ulbricht from Silk Road, the operator, shortly after being sworn in by as president. You know, Trump took care of that. This move aligns with his commitments to the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency communities. So shout out to Trump, right? Trump is holding it down. Now, although we aren't really sure about the strategic Bitcoin reserve, there is still things happening when it comes to cryptocurrency and Trump. So to commemorate the inauguration of Donald J. Trump as the 47th president, World Liberty Financial, which is actually a DeFi project. This is a decentralized finance project that Trump and his team put together. They've invested 47 million in Ethereum, 47 million in wrapped Bitcoin. So this is this is Bitcoin that exists on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's wrapped because they can't just buy Bitcoin through Ethereum. They have to buy the wrapped version. They bought Aave, which is another decentralized finance platform. They bought Link. They bought Tron, which is very, very interesting because Tron is created by Justin Sun, who is a Chinese guy. So that is actually very interesting. And then we got ENA, which is Athena. So this is all super, super, super exciting for the cryptocurrency space. World Financial, again, is Trump's cryptocurrency is backed by him. It's a DeFi project. And again, they purchased Ethereum, Wrap Bitcoin, Chainlink, which I think is super important, Aave, and Athena. All right. So shout out to World Liberty Financial. Shout out to Trump again for holding it down and actually doing what he said he was going to do. Right. Thus far, at least. Thus far, at least. Now, 47 million was invested in each of those coins. But although that has been good news, people are actually pretty scared right now. And the reason why people are pretty scared is because the dollar slumped as Trump kicks off his second term with no immediate tariffs. Even if tariffs are delayed, they are likely to be a key policy pillar for the new administration. Now, this is causing the dollar to see a little bit of a dip, right? So the U.S. dollar weakened on President Trump's inauguration day and remained under pressure Tuesday after it became clear immediate tariffs weren't in the cards, right? Now, no trade deficit emergency declared Trump's inauguration on Monday. The U.S. dollar saw only a partial reduction in risk premium as no immediate tariffs were announced. Bank of America Global Research strategist said in a rates and currency note Tuesday, some risk premium is likely to sustain as there remains uncertainty around the timing of tariff increases. Now, because of the dollar getting weakened, it's going to cause people to jump into more risky assets. And that's where we have Larry Fink. So Larry Fink has been talking about, cryptocurrency and crypto being that fair asset where people who get scared will jump into cryptocurrency. So Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock, he suggests that Bitcoin could reach $700,000 per coin, citing that its growing role as a hedge against economic instability. So Bitcoin is more associated and more attached to macro events. Macro events is just like the big picture, bird's eye view. So it's more attached to those macro events. Now, when there's instability in the economy, especially globally, it's going to cause people to run to safety. And that flight to safety, that safety mechanism is Bitcoin. And that's what Larry Fink is saying. BlackRock is the biggest asset manager in the world. So if he's saying that, then that's something we should definitely be paying attention to. Keep our eyes open. And let's see what's to come with that. Now, here's some key bullet points from what Larry Fink had to say at the World Economic Forum in Davos. So BlackRock CEO Larry Fink made bold predictions about Bitcoin and discussed various topics, including tokenization, which I always talk about, real world assets, and energy needs for AI-driven data centers. AI is the biggest trend in crypto and the biggest trend in all financial markets. Fink, who once criticized Bitcoin, now sees it as a currency of fear, thriving in times of economic and political instability. He also advocated for tokenizing bonds and stocks to democratize finance and highlighted nuclear energy as an essential for the support of AI infrastructure. So some key bullet points. Bitcoin's potential price surge. So again, he believes that it can go up to 700,000 per coin if global fears about currency instability drive demand. He views Bitcoin as the currency of fear, flight to safety. And Bitcoin was created, of course, to be peer-to-peer, cash, but it's becoming a store of value. It's like gold. It's actually better than gold in some aspects because it's portable. We can move it around. It's more divisible than gold, so we can break it down into very fine, small dollar amounts, right? And the higher that the price for one Bitcoin goes up, the more divisible it will be for Satoshis and for us to break it down. Because, of course, nobody has $700,000 to just be thrown around if you're not Michael Saylor, right? Tokenization of bonds. This is real world assets. So this is creating a digital footprint on the blockchain for assets that exist in the real world, such as stocks and bonds, houses, so on and so forth. There's going to be a lot of energy need for AI data centers. Fink emphasize the importance of nuclear energy empowering this AI infrastructure. These data centers are just going to be popping up like crazy because data is the new currency and attention is the new currency as well. They get data from our attention, right? This data has to get stored somewhere. This data is also used to make AI smarter. So for us to get to that advanced technology, we need data and it needs to be stored somewhere. Now, the economic uncertainty and global instability is always a talk and it's always a conversation when it comes to cryptocurrency because there has been plenty of stories where currencies have been debased, hyperinflation has taken place, and coins like Bitcoin, Dash, uh, plenty of different coins, Monero, Zcash has helped out different countries and different nations. And there's plenty of examples. There's Venezuela. Look at El Salvador. There's a lot of examples of this. Now, the next big talk in town is coins that are made in America with that U.S. stamp. So America is going to be great again. Now, I don't know if you guys are in my age group or if you remember, like in the early 90s, this kind of spilled from the 80s as well. But there was a lot of like pro-American things. Like think about like even in wrestling, there was pro-America. Think about even in cartoons with G.I. Joe, there was a lot of pro-America. America was the place to be. Especially before the internet, before our mobile devices, America was the place to be. Everyone wanted to obtain that American dream, hence the reason why we have a lot of immigrants and a lot of people migrating, so on and so forth, to make a better name for themselves. But over the decades, other countries have been stepping their game up. Other nations have been stepping their game up. The likes of China, Singapore, India, parts of Africa. Everywhere is becoming more advanced, and it's because of technology. And we're at the brink of failure. Like Rome is gonna collapse, right? All great empires collapse at one time. So of course their goal is to ensure that America stays the strongest and to ensure that the US dollar remains that world currency, right? And if it doesn't, how can we switch over to another currency and continue to uphold the strength that we have or once had, right? So it's all about made in America. What was made in America? And I like that idea because again, we're at the brink of collapse. We're in a place where a lot of stuff is getting dumbed down when it comes to the music, when it comes to content. Not trying to be a conspiracy theorist and dive into like a rabbit hole with all this stuff, but you guys understand what I mean. So I support this Made in America coin movement because although I don't support everything America has done over the years, I am American, I am a citizen, and I got to support my country because this is where we live, this is where my family is. Well, a good amount of family. So we got to make sure that our place and home team stays strong, right? So, sorry to dive into that and go off on a tangent, but let's talk about the Made in America coins. So, up for number one, we got XRP. XRP has been all over the news. XRP is the coin brought to us by Ripple. Their job is pretty much to replace SWIFT, which is a banking system for transactions, for moving money around the world. So it's supposed to be the new system for money movement and transfer money and the movement of money from one bank to another bank. Bank of America already has partnerships and already has some patents in place. I've actually researched this years ago and saw that this was in place years ago. So Bank of America was doing their homework a minute ago. But that's XRP. It's at 186 billion. XRP falls in the category called ISO 20022. So it's pretty much a compliance that means that this particular entity, this particular protocol infrastructure has the okay to be used as a means of payment transfers, money transfers, so on and so forth. So XRP falls in this. XLM, which is Stellar, which is at 13 billion, falls in this. Number 6. Number 7, HBAR at 12. billion market cap falls in this as well. Algorand at 3 billion market cap fall in this as well. And ADA, which is number 4, Cardano, is actually ISO 222 compliant as well. Next, we got Solana, which is the most popping blockchain of all blockchains right now. Everything's happening on Solana. People are making a killing on Solana. If you were into NFTs, you might have got that Pudgy Penguin, Pengu airdrop, which is free money. Jupiter airdrop just released today at, what was it, 3:30. So that's a trading platform, a DEX, a decentralized exchange. If you were utilizing that platform, you probably got paid out in that as well. Next, we got Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the number 1 meme coin, leading the way, and it was made in America. You got Cardano, which was made in America. And actually, the founder of Cardano, Charles Hoskinson, is actually one of the co-founders of Ethereum. He's doing a lot of work in Africa and Ethiopia and whatnot. But there's not a lot of activity happening on this chain like Solana. So a lot of people don't really care for Cardano, but it has a crazy following. And it's all about narrative. It's all about cult followings. It's all about communities and cryptocurrency. So if you got that, more than likely that coin is going to make some money for those invested. Then you got Sui. Sui is the new Solana. Now, I'll give you some history on Sui. So Meta, which is Facebook, back in the day, they tried to come out with their own cryptocurrency, right? That cryptocurrency was called Diem. Mark Zuckerberg was pissing everybody off. Everyone was hating on him. So it really didn't go anywhere. That coin went nowhere. And there was a lot of regulation behind it. He had to go to the SEC as well and try to fight for that coin. But they weren't having it. Then they created a new coin called Libra. And the same thing happened. There wasn't much crypto regulation, so that was one thing. There's some privacy issues when it comes to Facebook, so that was another issue. And nobody liked Mark Zuckerberg, so they wasn't letting that crypto fly. It wasn't happening. Not up in here, son. But the two teams that was working on that platform, they use a coding framework called Move, and they created 2 separate cryptocurrencies, Aptos and Sui. Right now, out of those 2, Sui is doing the best, and it has the most backing and the most followers. It has a cult following now. Not like Aptos. Aptos doesn't have that at all, but Sui is definitely one to look out for. Then you got Litecoin, which used to be the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Litecoin is similar to Bitcoin, built on the same rails essentially, as far as like the infrastructure and how it was built. The blockchain is a proof of work blockchain, just like Bitcoin. So it's the little brother of Bitcoin. It was a fork of Bitcoin. Then you got the Trump coin, which everyone knows about by now. And I mentioned Algo. So those are the made in America coins. This is not financial advice. NFA, do your own research. If you feel like you want to jump in these coins, then do your own research and jump in. I ain't going to tell you what to do with your bread. And don't call me and ask me, even though y'all probably still going to call me and ask me anyway. But that's what we got right now. That's what it's looking like for the world of crypto. This is a great time to be alive, a really great time to be alive, right? Cryptocurrency is taking the world by storm. The top 5 made in America coins are XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, and how could I forget about Avalanche? Avalanche is actually up there as well. That's a made in America coin. Avalanche is a popping blockchain that's EVM compatible, which means it's Ethereum virtual machine compatible, which means it can interact with Ethereum. A lot of gaming is being built on Avalanche, the biggest gaming platform right now, or one of them. Beam was built on Avalanche. One of the most popping crypto games off the grid, which you can play on PS5, you could play on Xbox, was actually built by Gunzilla on the Avalanche blockchain. And that's going to revolutionize the world with NFTs, crypto gaming, play to earn. And this is really going to be how we usher ourselves in, or we usher the world into Ready Player One, which is the metaverse. So that's another blockchain to look out for as well, Avalanche. Now, again, I'm not telling you to invest in Trump. I'm not telling you to invest in Bitcoin. I'm not telling you to invest in Ethereum, Solana, XRP. I'm not telling you to invest in anything. I'm telling you to do your own research because it will pay off. Do your own research. Don't just take my word. Don't just take anyone's word for it. Do the research. Figure out where you think that you should be investing your bread. But honestly, the writing is on the wall. If you want my advice, again, this is not financial advice, but download CoinMarketCap, download CoinGecko, get familiar with the coins, understand these coins, read up on these coins, go to their website, go on X, figure out why people are so hype about them, why are people talking about them. Do your own research. It pays off to do that research. And as you play around in the crypto space, as you get your feet wet, as you start to use these dApps, which are decentralized applications, you'll start to earn some free money. You might get like an airdrop just for utilizing these platforms and transferring money, sending money here and there. This is how people are making free money, right? Again, cryptocurrency is a mechanism where we can extract value from our following, from our community, from a story, from lore, from what we add to the internet. But of course, it can't be illegal. It's all about legal, right? It's all about not being shady, not being a scammer, and not being a rug pull project, right? So be safe out there. This world is crazy in the world of cryptocurrency. So please be safe out there. But the reason why, and I'm going to end off with this, the reason why I believe that crypto is going to take off, one, is because we have an entire administration that's pro cryptocurrency. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is more mature. We got institutions buying crypto up like crazy. We got institutions selling their assets to put money into Bitcoin, taking out loans to put money into Bitcoin. And now let me explain how we could connect some of the dots, right? Now, we have a new crypto czar, which is David Sachs. David Sachs is an internet entrepreneur, for lack of a better term, right? He's invested in cryptocurrency. He's actually invested. He's actually the founder of one of the very first digital platforms for transfer of money, which is PayPal. So he's a part of the PayPal mafia. He's also one of the first investors in Multicoin Capital. Multicoin Capital is one of the biggest funders for Solana. So this is super bullish, not just for crypto, but for Solana as well. Now, David Sachs is connected to Elon because Elon is also a co-founder of PayPal. Elon Musk is tight with Trump. Elon Musk is now appointed the head of Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency. Doge is also a crypto meme coin, Dogecoin, right? So everything is just being connected. All the dots are connected. David Sachs kicked off the year with the crypto ball. During that crypto ball, they released the Trump coin. So now you see where I'm going with this, right? All the dots are connected. It's about America-made coins. It's about AI. It's about real-world assets. It's about Bitcoin being a flight to safety and that reserve asset. And crypto is taking the world by storm. And I've been saying this for years now, but people are finally waking up. And that's it. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else. It's your boy Dre La Soul. It's another Crypto Rants. Tap in, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. And DYOR, DYOR, DYOR. Do your own research. NFA, not financial advice. You heard? Tap in.